Words mean more than what is set down on paper. It takes the human voice to infuse them with deeper meaning.
For you see, there are poems which sometimes refuse to just sit on paper, and they want to walk with you. The voice becomes the primary tool, and we get to perform for you. So here are a few such poems by masters young and old.
Their voices don't seem like a distant echo reverberating in silence, but rather a clear, articulated voice above the hum and humdrums of modern conceits.
So let us go then, you and I.
Hiren Bhattacharjee, with his explosive idiom, has brought modern poetry closer to the heart and hearts of young people. Ancient Gongs is one such poem which recreates the experience of an evening as it deepens into the night with the vantage of the sensitive participant who carries the experience with him, and it informs his way of life. Ancient Gongs. Ancient Gongs. The night grows heavy. The angel star saunters along night's garden, as if darkness lingers on, holding bright hands of a young lover. Something that is more than touch. Can the night be still? I return home under the sky, wiping with the mist on the back of my palm the fatigue of loveless competitions. Who is it that walks with me in the night? Who is it that walks with me in the dark? Whose innate breath on my body? In the privacy of wisdom, golden waves of rice and mustard, reality rings in ancient gongs. I return home. My wayward legs begin to take longer strides. প্ৰাচীন কাহত বাজে, ৰাতি গধুৰ হৈ আহে। ৰাতিৰ ফুলনিত দেৱদূত যেন নক্ষত্ৰৰ নিঃশব্দ শোভা। তৰুণ প্ৰেমিকৰ হাত ধৰি ৰৈ আছে এন্ধাৰ, স্পৰ্শৰ অধিক। ৰাতি জানো স্থিৰ, আকাশ তলেৰে মই ঘৰলৈ হাতৰ পিঠিৰ কুঁৱলীৰে মুচি লওঁ প্ৰেমহীন প্ৰতিযোগিতাৰ ক্লান্তি। মোৰ সতে কোন আহি আছে এন্ধাৰে এন্ধাৰে? বুধৰ মাজুলীত ধান সৰিয়হৰ সোণোৱালী ঢৌ মোৰ গাত আহি পৰে কাৰ ঘনিষ্ঠ উশাহ। মই ঘৰলৈ উভতো। প্ৰাচীন কাহত বাজে বাস্তৱ। দীঘল হৈ আহে মোৰ নষ্ট ভৰিৰ খোজ।
And with another long stride, we make our way from Hiren Bhattacharya's ancient yards into the hustle of Nabakanta Borua's dizzying Metropolis.
You know, Hiren Bhattacharya wrote the lines, "Reality rings in ancient gongs," after he heard knells playing in Elton John's Funeral for a Friend. And Hiru Bhatto and Nabakanta Borua were great friends. Imagine these two stalwarts together, talking poetry, exchanging ideas. Hiru Bhatto with his charminars and Nabakanta Borua with his pipe in his hand.
Nabakanta Borua was the doyen of modern Assamese poetry with an inclusive mind and a comprehensive vision of life. He initiated the first explorations and exploitations of the myths and legends of the community. Mahanagar is a recreation of the contemporary urban scene encountered as a young man in Calcutta, enriched by an unfailing awareness of native realities.
Mahanagar, Devakanta Borua. On the path of my oppressed soul, the resounding footsteps of the mad, the harsh, ungainly footprints of the city hangs in the moon of clouds, squeezing the towers of monuments. Let me go and cry alone by myself, as the crossroads crucified the gods.
মহানগৰ, নৱকান্ত বৰুৱা। মোৰ দলিত আত্মাৰ আলিবাটত বলিয়াবোৰৰ পদক্ষেপে আঁকি যায় কঠুৱা, অভজা, পদধ্বনিৰ চাপ। মহানগৰী ওলমি থাকে ডাৱৰৰ চিপজৰিত, চেপা খাই সৌধৰ গম্বুজ। মই যাওঁ আৰু অকলে কান্দো, আলি দুমোজাই ক্ৰুচত দিয়ে পহৰীয়াক। এয়াই মোৰ ককা কবি নৱকান্ত বৰুৱা। If poetry is a time capsule, Sankalpa, what would be your next destination?
I reckon the 60s would be a rather inviting epoch. You know, there was this universal harboring for peace, a collective celebration of life against endless war efforts. I mean, all in all, a small step for man, a giant leap for mankind. And in our own yard, this cosmic significance of that year, that golden year, you know, of 1969, it was compounded by the birth of a gem from this milieu, who went on to become this prolific young man of extraordinary sensitivity, Saurabh Hoikia.
Indeed, Saurabh Hoikia encounters urban realities with the strength and vigor of his immersion in the native realities of the village. In the alchemy of Saurabh's mind, the girl in the billboard of Dattani's 30 Days in September and his marveling at it presents a different personal canvas which recreates his mindscape.
Some good moments, Saurabh Hoikia. She's glaring at me from the hoarding with a pencil-heeled, poisoned look. One arm rests on her right thigh. The other fondles the marauding waves the way she glares with her swimming salt eyes wide, as if she meant to tell me, get down to your heart and see. The sky's hues are not always enough. Some good moments are not drenched by the rain. She's throwing her looks at the citizens like the naughty bird in 30 Days in September. Instantly reminds me of the very mystical Rastaman vibration in Bob Marley when he reflected that some people feel the rain, the others just get wet.
কিছুমান ভাল সময় পেন্সিল হিলৰ বিষখনা চাৱনিৰে হৰ্ডিংখনৰ পৰা মোলৈ তাই চাই আছে। এখন হাত সোঁৰোত, আনখনে ঢৌ ৰাখি স্পৰ্শ কৰিছে অলসভাৱে। তাই এনেকৈ চাইছে এইফালে, সাঁতুৰি ফুৰা নিমখৰ চকুহাল মেলি, যেন কৈছে হৃদয়লৈ নামি। খিৰিকীৰে চোৱা আকাশৰ ৰং যথেষ্ট নহয়। কিছুমান ভাল সময় বৰষুণতো নিতিতে। 30 days in September দুষ্ট অবুজন চৰাইজনীৰ দৰে চহৰবাসীলৈ তাই চাৱনিবোৰ দলিয়াই আছে।
Well, the marauding waves have at last brought us to the azure imagination of Devakanta Barua's world.
You know, Yeats once called himself the last romantic.
Absolutely. And in the Assamese context, it is Devakanta Barua who is that last romantic, brimming with an intellectual awareness of contemporary realities.
Khagor Dekhisa is a coherent hinterland in the form of a love poem that binds the realities of the community with a sensitive awareness of what is happening in the world of nature.
The ripples and the riptides of the sea, as imagined by Devakanta Barua, reflect the tidings of the human soul.
Seen the sea? Devakanta Barua. Ever seen the sea? You have not? Neither have I. I have heard, though, this sovereign mass of blue water, the ceaseless, unfettered waves, score the distant horizon yonder. This, my heart is blue as the sea with pain. Can't you see, dear? Where countless waves of desire rise and roll, kissing the bounds of your memories alone. You haven't heard the frenzied notes of the storm raging in my sea? Missed it? Nor felt in the garden spring's approaching spell. You have seen the rainbow, though. The inviting assertion of light in summer's tumbling clouds. Can you see the festive colors in my heart all aglow with love? Waking at the midnight hour, have you ever heard the cuckoo's plaintive call? Even for once did you think the tidings of a man's heart ring in the wail of the lonesome bird? I know what it is you know, that you are you and I am I. Oh, my heartless dear. Alas, you'd never know why we string with swilling jasmine the winning garland of glory, erect the golden pulse of union with so much sad earthen clay, with the heart's blood flowing crimson at the idol's feet. Their revolutions you wouldn't know, mate. With what pain we immerse in Bijoya's unavailing evening, the idol we instill with ceremony on that 6th auspicious day. Dusk gathers around. Let it be, dear. Do not light the lamp for today. You will dispel the dark of my world with the easy glow of your eyes. Ever seen the sea? Devakanta Borua.
সাগৰ দেখিছা দেৱকান্ত বৰুৱা। সাগৰ দেখিছা? দেখা নাই কেতিয়াও, ময়ো দেখা নাই। শুনিছোঁ তথাপি নীলিম সলিল ৰাশি, বাধাহীন উৰ্মিমালা আছে দূৰ দিগন্ত বিয়াপি। মোৰ ই অন্তৰখনি সাগৰৰ দৰে নীলা, বেদনাৰে দেখা নাই তুমি? উঠিছে মৰিছে য'ত বাসনাৰ লক্ষ্য ঢৌ, তোমাৰেই স্মৃতি সীমা চুমি। শুনা নাই মোৰ সাগৰত তুমি, শুনা নাই ধুমুহাৰ উতলা সংগীত? বুজা নাই, অনুভৱো কৰা নাই ফুলনিত বসন্তৰ কোমল ইংগিত? দেখিছাতো ৰামধেনু, বাৰিষাৰ ডাৱৰত পোহৰৰ মোহন গৌৰৱ? প্ৰেমৰ পোহৰ দীপ্ত মোৰ হিয়া, আকাশত দেখিছানে ৰঙৰ উৎসৱ? মাজনিশা সাৰ পাই শুনিছানে কেতিয়াবা কেতেকীৰ হিয়া ভগা মাত? ভাবিছানে এটি বাৰু পক্ষীৰ ডিঙিত কান্দে মানুহৰ বুকুৰ সম্বাদ? মই জানো তুমি কিটো জানা, হেৰা মোৰ হিয়াহীনা প্ৰিয়া। তুমি জানা মাথো তুমি তুমি মই মই, তুমিতো নাজানা হাই কিয় বাৰু কিয় আমি গাঁঠো জয় পৰা মালতীৰে জয়ৰ গৌৰৱ মালা। মিলনৰ কাৰেং সোণালী সাজু কিয় পৃথিৱীৰ দুখৰ বোকাৰে আমি? হৃদয়ৰ ৰঙা তেজ ঢালি প্ৰতিমাৰ পখালো চৰণ কিয়, তুমি নুবুজিবা সখী। কিনো বেদনাত হস্থিত প্ৰতিষ্ঠা কৰা দেৱীক বিসৰ্জো আমি বিজয়াৰ বিফল সন্ধ্যাত। সন্ধিয়া আহিছে নামি, থক হেৰা নেলাগে জ্বলাব চাকি। দুটি নয়নৰ সহজ প্ৰভাৰে আজি নাখিবা তিমিৰ তুমি অন্ধকাৰ মোৰ জগতৰ। সাগৰ দেখিছা দেৱকান্ত বৰুৱা।
To leave is to die a little. To arrive is never to arrive.
So, keeping the flame of poetry ablaze in these our dark times, let us march on, because poetry is what happens when nothing else can.
After all, reality rings in ancient gongs.